Good morning, Rotarians. We have a full agenda, so we're going to start just a few minutes early today. Welcome to the Irving Las Colinas Rotary meeting for August 21st, 2005. We're way closer to Christmas than we are to anything else. And I got 3/4 of an inch of rain in my house. Can you believe it? Bobby Haas is going to bring our invitation.
Let us pray. Let us ever be mindful of the needs, of the concerns, of the interests of those that are around us. We say that we believe in God, yet we doubt your promises. We say that in God we trust, yet we worry and try to manage our own affairs. We say that we love you, O Lord, and yet do not obey you. We believe that you have the answers to all our problems, yet we do not consult you. Forgive us, Lord, for our lack of faith and the willful pride that ignores the way, the truth, and the life. Most of us know perfectly well what we ought to do. Our trouble is that we do not want to do it. Thy help and honor is our only hope. Make us want to do what is right and give us the ability to do it.
Amen. Thanks, Bobby. And Buddy is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Would you be seated? And I have one announcement that I'm going to do now, and then I've got some at the end of the meeting. We're passing the bucket this morning, and the bucket money for this week and for the next 3 weeks is going to the American Brain Foundation in honor of Marty Gass. Okay? Yes. I've got information that Mara sent me this morning about where the reception is going to be after the funeral mass, but I'll share that with you at the end of the meeting. But it's going for the American Brain Foundation. Also, I need to share with you, we raised $300 for total flood relief out of this club.
Right.
Okay. The other thing is, Laura couldn't be here. She's out of town. Bobby Schwab, for some reason, couldn't be here to do it. So I'm the third string quarterback. Now the Cowboys can't figure that out, but we can. Okay. All right. Donna's going to pass the plate at the bucket at this point, and she's going to come and do the announcement of the visitors first.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Welcome. We have Aaron also today. Yes. We have Jim Ho, Jess Ryan. And Daniel Rhodes, she keeps coming back. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Welcome to all of our guests this morning. Terry Olive is going to come up and introduce our speaker.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. We have two very special speakers, as Maura mentioned in her email, people that are very near and dear to my heart. So we're glad that they're here today, but we have Susan Rose and Monty here to talk to us about all the things going on at the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let's give them
Good afternoon, everyone. I have to tell you, it was nice coming in here. I've seen familiar faces. Bobby Hass back there was one of my former bosses at the city of Irving, as was Adam Landers, and I see Max DePlant. So I feel like it's kind of like a homecoming. But to get started with our presentation, Monty and I are going to be talking about something that may not be really exciting, but it's exciting to us. It's a survey. And let us assure you, the survey is not about just checking the box. It's about shaping Irving's next chapter, and the decisions we make today will affect our community for years to come. So when you think about Irving's growth, think about the convention center, Toyota Music Factory, you think about the Westin Headquarters Hotel. None of those things just appeared. Do you remember you'd be driving by on 114 and there was just a vacant piece of land there? So all of that took planning. They came from long vision, long-term planning, and community support. So historically, CDBs were known as the hotel people, but our role is so much broader. We fuel economic growth, we create experiences, and we shape the quality of life. So tourism doesn't just build rooms, it builds communities. So why does this really matter? Well, the wonderful thing about visitors is they come into our community, they spend money, they leave. So they're using everything, but they're spending the money and they're leaving. And I think that's a good thing, but the benefits stay right here in Irving. So let's put some numbers to that. On the screen, you can see last year, visitors staying in Irving Hotel was almost 2 million. That's a lot. Let's get to this one. This one's just astounding to me. Total visitor spending in Irving was $3.5 billion. That's with a B, $billion. So their average spending on a day was 9.46 million. The economic impact of group meetings was 650 million. Jobs supported by the Irving visitor industry, over 23,000. 23,000 jobs that help keep this tourism part going. So what does that really mean to y'all? Well, here's the kicker. Every Irving household saved about $757 in taxes just because of tourism. That's money staying in your pocket because visitors picked up the tab. And I think that's something we can all celebrate.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk about the half of the tourism dollar. So tourism dollars don't stop at the hotel front desk. They ripple into restaurants, shops, venues, and eventually into neighborhoods. When Irving thrives as a destination, Irving thrives as a community. So let's talk about our strategic plan. We're now at another turning point. Excuse me. The question is, what is next for Irving? Do we want more festivals, new sports facilities, expanded trails, or something else entirely different? So every 5 years, the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau Board steps back and asks those questions. We look at opportunities, whether it's major attractions, new events, or infrastructure. It's a chance to reimagine what is possible. It's just like we did when we saw that vacant piece of land out there off 114. It was nothing, and somebody had a vision and a dream, and it became a reality. So why do we need a plan? Without a plan, it's like shooting arrows in the forest and hoping dinner runs into them. We need a roadmap and a shared vision. So past outcomes, as you know, the convention center, the entertainment district, the Westin Headquarters Hotel, they didn't just appear out of nowhere. They were born out of strategic planning and actions of the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau Board. These are long-term projects. The first concept of what would become the Irving Convention Center started way back in 1999. So my daughter, when she says the 1900s, it started back in the 1900s. It's like it's just 1999. And it did not happen until 2011. So right now we're in the gathering information phase, and we need fresh ideas. And that starts with listening to people who live and work here. We will also start a series of studies and stakeholder survey, all of which will be finalized by the end of this year. So next month, the listening begins. We are launching a resident sentiment survey with Longwoods International. It's one of the most trusted names in destination research. We also assess the hotel portfolio, that's current and future hotels in Irving and coming to Irving. We'll also look at 2 10-year hotel occupancy tax projections. While resident sentiment is important to understand what the community is interested in, it will ultimately depend on visitor revenues to support it financially. It's important to remember that as of now, there's no available excess hotel occupancy tax to fund anything on a significant scale. The debt on the Irving Convention Center will not be paid off until 2039. And that's the earliest that those hotel occupancy tax resources can be repurposed unless existing debt can be refinanced. I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Monty White, who's going to talk about the actual survey that will be launching soon.
Is Monty the new Diana?
Monty, is the new Diana. Yeah. Let's make it good. Shake down. Let's see.
I'm going to throw him out there and make it take.
Yeah.
No.
So, I think I will stick.
You need to hold that.
Oh, I do? All right.
Yes, right up next
We
to
can
your
make
mouth.
that. There we go. All right, so back to our survey. It's a 2-week online survey. It's open to everyone who is 18 and over and lives and or works in Irving. So you don't have to just live in Irving. It only takes about 10 minutes, but it gives us many, many years of insight. It asks about the amenities that residents and workers use, the attractions that they want, and how they feel about tourism's role in their lives. Longwoods International is facilitating the survey for us, and they bring over 50 years experience in market research. Here's an example on this next slide. Yeah, here's an example of an actual survey question. This one is meant to see what people know about the Irving CBD and the work we do. And as we all know, that in general, most people don't understand what a CBD does. In fact, after 18 years of being in this job, my family has absolutely no idea. This particular question is designed pretty cleverly. Through these available answers that you have to choose, it's an opportunity for us to try to educate the public and the workers on the work that we do as a CBB. Here's another question. This one is to gauge the support for tourism and its perceived impact on the community. And this last sample question, there we go.
Get larger.
Raise it,
Or raise
I don't think I can from that.
or read the question.
You know what? I can do that. Would you like me to go back and read the questions?
starting now, that'd be great.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm available for hire.
Okay. I can't read the entirety of the question, but which of the following amenities and attractions would you like to see developed in Irving? This is a select all that apply. And this one, I believe, is the most important. Oops, sorry, that's all right. All right, so the options that we have given them, youth and amateur sport facilities that can be utilized by both traveling tournaments and residents. Premier sporting events, as in perhaps golf tournament. High-end food and art festival. The examples for that are Aspen Food and Wine Classic, Art Basel, Miami Beach, Montreux Jazz Festival, and Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. That is a mouthful. Another option would be art maker venues with a rotating artist or artist maker in residence, or food halls. And the examples for that are Green Terminal Market in Philadelphia or the Assembly Food Hall in Nashville. The key to this particular question is that it also has an open-ended question. So if there's something that we haven't thought of, this is where our thought process is going, but we want this survey to be open to whatever the public feels they would like to share. So we've got that open-ended question, and I think that's probably one of the more important parts of it. So, okay, we move on. Let's see what's next. What is our timeline? Well, once the survey is launched, which is tentatively scheduled for September 15th,
things are going to start moving very, very quickly. The survey was just finalized. We did that last week. And then, as I said, we're going to launch it mid-September, likely September 15th. And then by early November, that's when we plan to get the results. And it's those results that are going to guide the future direction of the ICB board's strategic plan that kicks off in 2026. As you know, Susan was just discussing that. So how are we going to get the word out? Well, in addition to our own in-house efforts, we are working with the city's communications team. They are going to put it in City Spectrum. They're going to promote it on social media. They'll use their channels. The Las Colinas Association, they will be putting it in their bi-monthly newsletter. They'll be reaching out to the HOA boards and the local apartment managers. Lazaro is going to be helping us. And then we hope to be able to work with the Valley Ranch Association and get the word out that way. So while our partners are going to help with a lot of the heavy lifting, the real magic happens with you. When this survey goes live, we need you to take it, share it, and encourage others to do the same. So reach out to your friends, reach out to your neighbors, reach out to your coworkers, your colleagues, your professional organizations, anyone and everyone, because every voice that we capture will make this plan stronger and more representative of what Irving needs moving forward. So together, we have built some amazing things. Together, we're going to build what's next, but we just need your help. So thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions about this? Oh,
I have a question. Where I live, I can put it on the bulletin board, but I need something to put on the bulletin.
exactly. So we are working on that. I put a URL up there. There's actually nothing at that URL, but it will be shortly. So we're going to put out some marketing materials in the next week or two, and we will share that with all of you.
I hate to ask, but very briefly, to let the sale of all the equipment there.
You include anything that you wanted that survey and that other, there was a question, one of the questions was add other. You feel free to put anything on there that you would like.
What about the original question that was on there?
Again, go ahead and use that other part and put anything that you want, because we do want to hear from you.
Oh, I thought.
Did you notice how we handed me the mic?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, sir.
So how are you preparing for the World Cup coming to Arlington? Are we gonna have shuttles and we're gonna be able to hit motels and everything? That's a lot of people like to stay here Irving. And then if you have a way to get to the hearing room and the rest of them, that'd be a great deal.
But you know, the World Cup is a big unknown for us at the moment. We don't know what the impact is going to be. We are expecting huge. Oh, it will be huge.
9 matches.
We are expecting a lot of compression in our hotels, and that's going to drive up rate. We also know that the Ritz-Carlton is a host hotel, is it for media, I believe? Yeah, I believe it's for media. So that hotel is going to be booked up for the entire period. We are currently discussing with other organizations like ours, as well as the World Cup organization. And so more information will be coming out about that soon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if more were to give a presentation in the near future.
Well, you know, live is gonna be packed.
Absolutely.
So we can get them shuttled back and forth, they can, you know, Las Colinas and anywhere. They can come back to their place and have a nice meal or something. I think that'd be a big deal.
There's a working group with Dallas, and we have someone from our staff attending that. So we're in the loop. There are a lot of unknowns still at this point. But again, we want those visitors to come in, spend their money,
Yes.
and then go back home. So, to be just really honest and blunt. Any more questions?
Well, I really appreciate having a survey. You know, we get the city survey every year, and that's very important. But I think with such an economic impact as the our visitors have, it's very important for us to have a say in the future of that. So I appreciate y'all do that.
Appreciate those comments. I'll share with y'all, and this is on a personal note, but most of my career was spent at City of Irving, City Hall. And when I came over to the Convention and Visitors Bureau, I did not realize the economic impact that those visitors have on us. And I say I grew up my career at the city of Irving, but I just did not grasp the economic impact. It is phenomenal. It just blows me away. And I think that's a message that we need to continue to get out. Yes, sir.
As far as churches go, and the, I guess, the survey you want, will that be congregation included in that? Or
Absolutely, I would assume, the majority of the congregation would be a resident of Irving. And those are really the only two requirements. We've got the age of 18, as minimum. They need to either live here or work here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have for you a challenge coin.
Okay.
Rotary challenge coin. It's a service above self, and on the back, it's got the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do.
Okay.
The first of which, is it the truth? Kind of it's hard target to find in these days, but thank you. Bill Martin said, they were afraid for. Rick Lindsay.
What? Wait. Feel the love, Bill. I was told that Robert Alston had an announcement. You don't have a new grandbaby?
4 months ago.
Well, I know, but I just found out about it. Jordan, stand up over there and tell us what it is, little boy.
Little girl, Leah.
Excellent, Leah. So that makes 5, 6 kids, 5. Good. Thank you. Well, we just talked about the 4-way test. How many of you read the newspaper the other day about the girl from New York City that went to the diamond mine crater in Arkansas and found a 2.3 carat diamond? Okay, a few of you, okay, hold on.
It was on the.
I found this Tuesday in Arkansas at the diamond crater. Kathy Howard, hold up your ring. She holds the record. But I found this at the diamond crater. Are there any comments?
It's gorgeous.
Cubies are nice. Yeah.
I found, well, that's chapstick. I found this, these. Look at this.
Okay. What
We
is it?
hit the mother-in-law of diamonds. Any questions about where we were digging? It's 37 acres. It was 108 Tuesday.
I have a question, Rick.
Okay,
Where's the party and when?
where what?
Where's the party with all this riches that you have?
It'll be the first meeting of Rotary at the wherever you set up the meeting. We'll sell it. I've lost it.
They should have never stood up.
Yeah, but hey, no, the people up there in Arkansas, Murfreesboro, they were super friendly, super nice. The countryside, I'm saying, if you haven't been, and you want to go, don't take the interstates, take those back roads. They're curvy. Everything was green. The people up there were very glad. Their ICB and Chamber of Commerce people working real hard to get people to come. But it was a good outing. And if you want to work hard, digging and playing in the dirt, sifting, looking for the diamond, they had several hundred found this year. They're there. I got these. I didn't say I found them.
Ryan, would you like to introduce your guest?
So, got a guest attending here. So Susie Colinas is a financial advisor for Raymond James. She has a really powerful background around finance and financial planning.
But she also has a really interesting background with well, Instagram. She's a fellow golfer of mine, and she's also getting into paddleball or good. So please welcome CC.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you the address for Marty Gas Reception next Friday. If you have something you can write it down on, or if you want to pull your cell phone out, because it's going to be at ASAHI Restaurant, 2300 Cross Timbers Road in Flower Mount, from noon until 4 o'clock. The funeral mass is at 10 at St. Anne in Coppell, which is on just off Sandy Lake Road. You can see it. I mean, it's a monster church. And Marty asked me if I would, Mara asked me if I would relay that to the Rotary Club today. Asahi Restaurant in Flower Mound. It's on Old Louisville Main Street, which is 1171, just west of Morris Road. Okay. I have that information if anybody needs anything else on it. We're delighted to have you folks as our guests. We're going to be done here a little early, but that just means that you have time to eat and visit. Anyone else have any announcements that they would like to bring before the club? Congratulations, Stuart. Anything else? Would you stand? And Richard Raymond is going to list us in a four-way test. You know, would you please join me before we head and make some things safe to do first?
Is it true? Second. Is it fair? Oh, it's fair. Will it build better friendships? Or will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And with that, we are adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
So Robin,
I thought I was doing it. I didn't find out really about something.